Okay, so I'm back. Gonna do another video for S.P.Q.R. I think I will watch the video as I'm going along, because I'm bad at things. Let's just boot the game up, see how that goes. Very nice. Hopefully my save game is still here. I mean, it should be. I mean, there's no reason why it is not. My setup for capturing this is super weird, but that's... well, it doesn't matter. It works. There you go. Let's see, this is where I saved the game. The sewer is just a random save game. I was just saving that for testing purposes. Let me just see load. Right, so probably what we should be doing is setting this speed very slow. The Arch of Severus Forum. There's a lot of things to read here. Maps. Let's just start reading now. Notebooks of Gordion. That's nice. So these names light up, and then when they light up you can click somewhere. So what we want to do here, we're now in January. Supposedly in the end of the year, everything is going to crap. So we're gonna have to be in the right spot at the right time. Hopefully that's gonna work out. We're gonna have to find these guys' diaries as well. Read them. So we have 5 notebooks of Gordion Forum. The Roman Forum. As a Roman citizen and chief engineer of the Forum, I've devoted my life to the task of building and rebuilding Rome. I probably know every hill, temple, bridge, amphitheater, aqueduct, and sewer in this glorious city. I humbly dedicated those modest notebooks to the honor of our great emperor Septimius Severus, who is rebuilding a city at a scale not seen since Augustus. My goal is to show that Rome's true magnificence lies in its engineering and architecture. Consider our aqueducts. What an array of indispensable structure compared to the idol pyramids of Egypt, or the useless, though famous monuments of the Greeks. Oh, these are just... interesting. So these are notebooks. Let's go for aqueducts here. The aqueducts of Rome. And there's also like the extra here for the arch. So, for many years, since the founding of the city, we Romans were satisfied with the water that we drew from wells, springs, and the Tiber River. As the city grew larger and more crowded, these sources became insufficient and sometimes even poisonous. We still draw sacred water from certain springs, and many believe these waters can heal, but one look at the filthy Tiber is enough to convince anyone of the importance of our great aqueducts. We must never grow complacent about our water supply our array of 11 aqueducts is a key to our greatness and is one of the engineering wonders of the world. Maybe in some of these notes there's also solutions to puzzles that we might have to do later. So we'll just keep reading and see if we can make sense of things. Engineering wonders of the world. Compare, if you will, the idol pyramids or the useless, though famous work of the Greeks. Right, literature. Literature and theater. The fact that my main skills are those of builder and engineer does not mean that I'm unable to appreciate finer things like theater or poetry. It is true that I probably lack the sensibilities of an expert, but I will attend both grammar and rhetorical schools and learned I did attend both grammar and rhetorical schools and learned to recite from memory large fragments from Virgil and Ovid. Indeed, I am able to converse with important people on topics other than architecture in rare moments that I can spare from my work. I deeply enjoy reading aloud, and I trust that my knowledge of our culture is not inferior to any other person of my rank. Right. Measures. Weights and measures. Standards and order are the prerequisite for the welfare of the empire. Our current standards for weights and measures are, as they should be, dependable and should stay without change. If they were tampered with, dire problems would arise for the economy and trade. It is my job to know exactly what those standards are. I keep the standard weights securely locked up in a chamber within the podium of the Temple of Castor and Pollux, one of severe impenetrable treasuries built into the monuments of the Forum. One thing is for sure, the standard weights will not be tampered with on my watch. Maps. I don't know if I can click here anywhere. Britannia, Germania, Gallia, Hispania, Mauritania, Africa, Egyptus, Asia, Syria, Thracia, Dalmatia, Dacia, Italia, yeah. Imperium Romanum, the Roman Empire. So we can exit this. We can even click here and see what Gordian has to say about the Arch of Severus. The Roman people's highest tribute to its victorious generals was the triumphal arch. I had the honor of supervising the construction of the Arch of Severus, erected on the 10th anniversary of the Emperor's ascension. It stands near 70 feet high, and when completely finished, will be decorated with splendid reliefs of eastern campaigns and surmounted by horses and a chariot. The arch was dedicated by the S.P.Q.R. to Septimius Severus and his dear and loving sons, Caracalla and Geta, in memory of their victory over the Parthians, which are not on the map, but let's see. We can click maybe here on Civil. He also has like 5 Maybe we can read them somewhat later. I don't have to read like everything right now, right? Xanthus has also 5 notebooks. Verania has something else to say about the Ark of Severus. Severus, our emperor, built this ark to honor his military victory in the east, to show his love for his son and their love for each other. That wishful thinking, he carved their names into the keystone for all to see. It is his most public plea for familial peace. In fact, his sons, Caracalla and Geta, constantly fight amongst themselves. A popular joke says that had they been twins, he would have named them Romulus and Remus. Although their names appear side by side, I have yet to see the 2 imperial brats act as brothers. Right. Notebooks of Verania. Pantheon Festival, Customs, Legends, Temples. Lucius has something to say about the Emperor. Septimius Severus, born in Africa, and with a share of African blood, Severus moved to Rome when he was young and embarked on a successful civil and military career. Under Commodus, he governed Upper Pannonia. After the murder of Pertinax, Severus refused to recognize the legitimacy of Didius Julianus. Severus's troops hailed him as emperor, which prompted their armies of Syria and Britannia to claim the purple for their respective commanders. Pescennius Niger and Clodius Albinus to emerge triumphant out of the civil war. Severus displayed both military and diplomatic skill to defeat Niger. He allied with Albinus and then got rid of Albinus. Right. Emperors. Julius Caesar. Politics and laws. Military society pleasures. Right, let's see what we have here. I don't know if I've read that. Acta Diurna. The gods be praised. The tremendous success of the Sular Games. I just want to see if I read this before. Probably not. Ludi. Why is all these hard words here? Ludi Sacularis, celebrated last night, inaugurated the arrival of the new golden age, Saculum Aurum. To sanctify the first year of the new era, the Patris Conscripti gathered today for ceremonial session of the Senate, presided by this year's consuls, ordinary, the most noble Antonius Augustus and most noble Geta Caesar, sons of the emperor, and one by one swore the oath of allegiance to the acts of our most fortunate and most powerful emperor Septimius Severus, represented at the session by his prefect of the Praetorian Guard, the very eminent Caius Fulvius Tianus. Wow. So hard to read. The gods be praised too. The augurs and haruspices report the omens and auspices prove extremely favorable for the emperor and the empire in the new year. The sacred birds consume most enthusiastically their food, and the entrails of the sacrificial animals are in excellent condition. Don't even know what that means. Similarly, the celestial phenomena exhibit nothing but beneficence. This is going to be the year of incomparable peace and prosperity, and never before has Rome been so eminently secure. Exodus. We should probably pick this up and read that too. The new year. They say that as long as the fire glows in the temple of Vesta, all is well in Rome, but I hear disturbing rumors of troubles in the palace, of intrigues and conspiracies. Even if it's all untrue, I fear this may be used for another brutal crackdown. Who can forget the early days of the reign of Septimius Severus, when he captured Rome and consolidated his power by executing 29 senators. I pray for peace, but fear for the worst. Oh, we have to go in this house, I think. See what's going on here. Stuff written on the wall too. Can't even read that. Let me check on my other window. So we have grapes and wine. More wine. More wine. I don't know what these arrows mean here. Let's see, what do we have here? This is not even a real note. Quintus, I know I promised to settle my wine account with you, but I still haven't had a chance to get to the money changers. Therefore, before they close, I should have it next time. L. Who's that? Lucius? Ding ding. Some heavy wine, drinker, something like that. Interesting stuff. Evie Biber at Lude Post. Some crime scene here. So we'll go up. Weird cutscene. So 7-7 opens this apparently. I think this is Lucia's house there. This is flashing. We've read this, right? Yeah, we've read this. I don't know why this was flashing there. Let's read this note. Jupiter, I love this town. The Senate anxiously renewed the so-called Oath of Loyalty to the Emperor today. Emperor Severus' son, Caracalla and Geta, were appointed consuls. Does it mean the Emperor wants to control everything through his noxious offspring? I'm sure they won't let affairs of state interfere with their embezzling of funds and harassing of young boys and girls. Alright. See what else we can find. More wine. Doesn't really seem like much. Here we have a helmet, some cutscene stuff. So weird. Let me see what I need to do. Probably leave this place now. Right, maybe we should read more about Lucius, since we are in his place. I'm pretty sure this is Lucius' place. Let's read about the emperors. Julius Caesar. He witnessed the Republic's decline and sought to establish the rule of one man. In this, he was the precursor of the emperors, and is often listed among them, although he never held the imperial titles. A military genius, Caesar conquered Gaul and fought the civil war against Pompey and the defendants of the old republic. He defeated them several times, sailed to Egypt, where he fell in love with the teenage Cleopatra, fought a campaign in Asia, of which he wrote, I came, I saw, I won. Or I came, I saw, I conquered, also known as Vini Vidi Vici. I came, I saw, I conquered. Or I won, yeah. Then went to Africa and celebrated 4 triumphs upon his return to Rome. He was famous for clemency, made himself a dictator, and killed by the senators on the Ides of March. That's like a date. Let's read more about Lucius. Politics and laws. For men of my social standing, nowadays, the involvement in politics is, for the most part, a matter of prestige, not power. At best, I may endow them with the glamour of high public office. At worst, it may cost their lives. This was not the case under the Old Republic, when the free power play and the pursuit of glory were not only allowed but encouraged. The arrival of one-man rule also signified the decay of oratory and major changes in the exercise of law. Military. Demilitary. Entering the military seems to hold a lot of promise for young men. They hope that service under the standard of the eagle will bring them both wealth and fame. They should take a good look around. Indeed, some have amassed great riches and attained a higher status and privileges in the society, but they paid a price. They bribed their way to the top, occasionally lifting the sword to invade a slumbering village and remove everything of value. In any event, my experience in the army was a disaster. Right, that's why he has the helmet as well. Society. Or a society which some find admirable and others detest is indeed different in its customs and institutions, both from that of the people in the east and the barbarians of the north, and even from that of the Greeks, whom we conquered centuries ago but continue to admire. Although some of our traditions have now become obsolete, one should still know about them in order to be a Roman or to understand Roman life. Pleasures. A meal at the imperial palace. All day the delicate aromas have filled the forum, cruelly teasing the uninvited and mercilessly tempting the chosen guest. Whenever the emperor prepares a banquet, I allow myself to breathe deeply and imagine the lavish meal. I always look for a guest to tell me about the meal. The descriptions of truffles boiled with a bit of honey, fig fat pork, cucumber sliced in a light broth, followed by oysters from Cersei, hold my interest as I taste the meals through the teller's words. Right. Let's go ahead and continue here. With certain parts have interesting music. So my goal for this video is, well, hopefully it's not too long. The goal is probably we're gonna find all of the guys' houses or their diaries. This gate always intrigued. So this is someone else's house. This door is closed, and we're gonna have to do some kind of a puzzle to open it. Right. I don't know why it says like this arrow. Like you could click there, but that's not really what this is about. See, there's also a note here, right? Why can I not click on the note? That would be like the main importance here, wouldn't it? We want to read more. So the door opened, probably because we draw the circle here. Let's see what is here. XGH. This also kind of looks like something that could come in handy. I have no idea why on Lucius' house I had to fill in like the 7 and the 7. Maybe it was supposed to be trial and error that would get me there. But Yeah, and also you don't really know sometimes where your clicks lead you, because it's just like a huge area. Some interesting paintings. This is architecture. Should be like... Oh, this is also flashing here. The Doric Order. Maybe I've missed a couple of names flashing here as well. But there's like tons of things to read. This order came from the Dorians, a Greek nation in Asia. The columns are 8 diameters in height. The rather plain Doric capital, half a diameter in height, supports the beam of the entablature. This is composed of a simple architrave and a highly ornamental frieze, which is divided into 3-part triglyphs and square metopes, which are sculptural panels. Let's see, this is also lighting up. The Colosseum. The amphitheater, the biggest in the world, was built under the Flammians by Jewish prisoners of war. It consists of 3 deep arcades placed atop one another, with 80 arches each. From the ground to the upper cornice level, the facade displays the 4 architectural orders in canonical sequence: Doric, Ionic, Corinthian, and Composite. Inside, the arena contains 4 tiers of seat and accommodates some 50,000 spectators. But this is useful information for us, because that actually helps us for the next puzzle. Don't know why this is closed off here. No idea what's going on here. It's another table. Caster. We get a key. I believe we can put it over here. Yep. That's our first item that we're getting through the game, I guess. Caster, Pollux, I don't know if that means anything here. So I think the Ionic order had its origins in Ionia, a province of Asia Minor. The columns rises 9 times the diameter of the column base. The column capitals is composed of 2 spiral volutes, which are designed and carved according to strict proportional rules. The frieze often has carved inscriptions. This is still the same. I don't know why this still lights up. This one was different now. Or was it? This is also some kind of a puzzle that we should probably do. And basically it's how many edges it has, or how many phases this thing has. So like 4 should be here. Well, if you know what you're doing. So you hear a click, which means that you did it correctly. Which opens the cabinet, right? See, what do we get here? This one? It's closed. I can't even read it. Such a mystery. Oh, now I can even read it. So now it's the date changed, right? I don't know. So far from my beginnings, I don't even know if the time advances if you have if you're reading stuff like this, but who knows? X. So far from my beginnings, I've been so many places and had so many names, but I have always known that I have been moving towards what I've been moving towards. I've traveled along many roads in the Empire. Let me just see how long I'm recording. It's already half an hour. What? Alright. We'll just read this on. I guess I don't want this to be too long and unwatchable. So we've got like visited 2 houses of the 5 people only. Let's see. We should also read about Xanthus, his notes. I have visited the large cities and the small towns. I've slept in open fields with friends and in shuttered rooms with enemies. I must continue the work I began so long ago, and this is the year to carry out my plans. Also, if it's like the... now it's January. So it's January. It just closes that. This calendar is supposed to tell me about what events are going on. So it's gods be praised. Okay, that's fine. I think now there's not much going on here. These letters open at the beginning. Now this letter opened like on this date. It's going up and up and up. Not much is changing here. Unless I'm just not seeing it. Then it's February already. Doesn't really open up much here. Possibly later it will show that. I don't know. We gotta keep a look on this, I think. So we're now on this phase where we can read this. So we'll see what's going on next. Let's read a bit about Xanthus, his notebooks. If there is even time, I don't know. Glossary, well, at least that's short and sweet. Ararium, the state treasury, under republic administered by the Quaestors, under the empire by the prefects imperially appointed, located in the podium of the Temple of Saturn. Philosophy, the schools of thought. I have sought, during my travels, the answer to many difficult questions, such as what is the meaning of life, the mystery of death, the nature of good and evil, the relationship of the human and the divine. I am not sure what is the final purpose of my quest, but in order to illuminate it, I studied the teachings of great philosophers who pursue answers to the same questions we all ultimately have to face. let's see, that one. Wonders. Introduction. There are moments when I allow myself to recall those early days of adventure, when I set out to explore the 7 wonders of the world. It was brutal, endless days of choppy seas, followed by endless trudging down hot and dusty roads, and always the danger of highwaymen or pirates. I saw the wonders, all 7 of them. I planned my route carefully. I started at Olympia and made my way through Asia Minor to Ephesus, Halicarnassus, Rhodes, and overland to Babylon, and finally to Alexandria and Giza in Egypt. Coins. Throughout my travels, I have noticed the contrast between coins minted in Rome and in the provinces. It is the capital that is the most skillful. It is in the capital that the most skillful craftsmen are employed, and the result is obvious. The imperial portraits on their coins are rendered with fine, precise lines that rival the best camos or gemmas, and yet these masters work on a round pallet with a diameter that is sometimes less than half an uncia and no greater than 1 uncia. These coins not only serve their immediate purpose of exchange and commerce, but also provide a powerful means of publicizing the very image of himself that each successive empire wishes to impose on his subjects. Achilles' heel. ... So many years spent in the futile thoughts of how to destroy the great enemy. ... So many miles over land and days by sea in my quest for the knowledge that would bring me power. ... And now finally arriving at the very seat of its power. ... Walking its street and examining its temples and villas, beautiful though they are. ... Pretty nice to end on those dots. I like it. Signature move in this channel. Yeah, that should be it. For now, I'm gonna save. Thanks for watching again. Hopefully next time we'll get the other 2 diaries, and then we're gonna figure out what's going on. Maybe this key is supposed to do something here for me. I doubt it though. Not right here, it's not working. This will open up later, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, thanks for watching. We'll continue our path soonish. I don't think this means anything here. Also, this is a puzzle I didn't even do. But this is, let's see. We have to place them in order. I believe I heard a click here. I mean, it's in the notes what I'm supposed to do here, the iconic order. I believe Lucius had like the better explanation here. Was it? It was written somewhere. Easy peasy. So yeah, that definitely should have been done. Now that opens, yeah. Okay. I'm smart. Don't think you can go anywhere here. It's just a thing to get a thing. So since we're here anyway, you might as well get this one. Another year. I have nicknamed my daughter Stella after the star in the sky. She is only 7, and yet she gave me the traditional New Year's gift of a lamp to light my way. For the coming year, I am worried by recent tensions at the courts, however. If the rumors are true, it may be a dangerous year. I must be sure to be firmly aligned with the Emperor in case there is trouble. Right. It's a nice light. Yeah, like I said, I was gonna end. So I should end. Pretty good stuff. This compass is pretty useless. I think this compass is more confusing than it's actually helping me. We can actually use this map to move around Rome as well if we want to go somewhere quickly. But for now we're just going at a snail's pace, and that should be good. So yeah, next time probably gonna pick up Sybil's stuff and then continue with our memes. So thanks for watching and goodbye.